Hello, my friends. Good evening, or whatever time it is for you. I know it's time for me to take my spiritual pulse, and I thought you might like to join me. So, wherever you are, just take these next 15 minutes to settle your thoughts, to put down the weight of the day or whatever you're carrying that may be causing you some worry. Let's just put it all down. I'm joining you this evening after teaching a beautiful class of English language learners, the first class of this session. And I'm always so humbled and inspired by these young people from all over the world who come to Canada seeking adventure, seeking opportunities, seeking connections. And that's what stands out always, connections, and how we can cultivate those soul-to-soul connections quite easily, actually. When we are most at peace within ourselves, it makes reaching out and holding space for others so much more natural. And that is truly what we're here for. We are all sacred. We are all connected, and we are never alone. And so I invite you to take a few deep breaths. And grace yourself with this time with me and our dear soul brother, Mark Nepo, and his book of Awakening. My intention for this practice is that you will awaken to the voice within you, whatever you call that, your intuition, the voice of God, spirit, source, whatever that is. May you awaken to that voice that is ever present. And may you receive whatever you need at this very moment. And may our collective energy heal and spark possibilities during this time of new life. Spark possibilities for more soul-to-soul connections, more love, more joy, more peace in our hearts, in our homes, in our communities, in our countries, and beyond. And I invite you, if you have an intention of your own, please honor that now. And taking a few more deep, cleansing breaths, even inhales and exhales, as we soothe and calm our nervous systems. Opening our hearts to the words of our soul brother Mark and his passage entitled, "What is not expressed. What is not expressed is depressed. It seems that the more we express, that is, bring out what is in, the more alive we are. The more we give voice to our pain in living, the less buildup we have between our soul and our way in the world. However, the more we depress, the more we push down and keep in, the smaller we become. The more we stuff between our heart and our daily experience, the more we have to work through to feel life directly. Our unexpressed life can become a callus we carry around and manicure, but never remove. Experience can, in effect, lose its essential tenderness and poignancy as we mistakenly conclude that life is losing its meaning. To a man unaware of the cataracts filming his eyes, the world seems dimmer, not his seeing. How often do we find the world less stimulating, unaware that our heart is diminished because of its encasement in all that remains unexpressed? Let me give a personal example. I have, for many reasons, including issues of my own making, forever felt invisible in family and group settings. Initially, this stemmed from fearfully pleasing a self-centered mother at all cost. It led to years of unexpressed hurts and rejections that accrued into a callus that guarded the heart within my heart. I am and have always been a very open and emotionally accessible person, but at a certain depth, my core could not be touched. Though this started with Mother, it affected the level at which I could relate with anyone. Eventually, this was not enough. I realized that the world was not losing its color, but that I was screening the deepest emotional colors out. That I state this so calmly and clearly in one sentence hardly reflects the difficult and slow, elusive way this awareness pained itself into my daily consciousness. Rather, it emerged in me gradually as I began to acknowledge and voice the feelings of invisibility that I have carried all my life. Whatever your own example, it seems our authenticity is tied to what is depressed and what is expressed. Just as flowers need healthy root systems in order to blossom, clearly within us, breaking ground in some manner, sprouting outside of us, it is that delicate, paradoxical inch of ground between surface and deep, between flower and root, between what is allowed out and what is allowed in, that continually determines whether we are living our lives or not. invite you to, with compassion and non-judgment, call to mind the last time you felt depressed. Gently, lovingly breathing into that feeling as it moves through you. And as you sit quietly, look inside and see if there is anything lodged or pressing there against the mind or the heart. You may place your hand on that spot if you can feel what is lodged, gently massaging it. It might be a disappointment or an injury that you don't want to accept or haven't quite accepted about yourself or another. Treat whatever you find, whatever it is, like a splinter, and soften yourself with the slowness of your breathing. So that it can be removed. As you breathe, remember that you are larger than this hurt pressing on you. You are larger than this hurt pressing on you, my dear friend. I thank you for sharing this time with me and creating this sacred space for our nervous systems, our souls, to bask in peace, in feelings of safety. We are never alone. Until next time, many blessings.